Today I'm here in the workshop to show you the progress on the Gallic ship. What I did was first to oil the backside, to oil it, and you see also that I did drill some holes there. I drilled them from the outside, but marked there, equal distance, and they will be fitting the umbo. To create an handle, I'll use a piece of steel. It's a 7-inch piece of steel there, something like 2 millimeters thick, 16 millimeter wide if I'm right. Well, I'll have to create holes in it. I just marked this, and also I will have a piece of wood that I will rivet there on the handle to create some thickness. And once it will be all riveted together, it will be riveted with the umbo on the shield, and then all the nails will be part, and I will have to cover this with leather. Everything is now riveted. The handle, the 4 other nails, everything is stuck together. I know that this handle is a bit thin, and this is why, in order to balance a bit things, I'll cover it with leather. A big strap of leather wrap all around the handle will do the thing. I think it will do the trick correctly. And the piece of leather that will be added will be there on the borders. A piece there, a piece there, that will simply be glued to prevent to get hurt on the wrist, just in case. If you keep a good position, it will be nice, but you know, when you're fighting, you can change a bit, and this is why I prefer to prevent. And I will have there a piece of leather, and there. This is why also I've been careful about putting no nails right there in the middle, because I know by experience, my friends too, that nails right in the middle there tend to end up right in the wrist when you get a bit of fatigue, when you get tired during a fight. It will end up right in your wrist. This is why I will always recommend to avoid the center there. When you nail things like a umbo, never in the middle there. And to show it from the outside, so far I'm glad it covered really correctly. I really like the balance and the protection it provides. It's right in my expectations. Everything has been glued on the inside. You see a strap of leather there and there, and also a strap of leather have been glued around the handle, and you see the fleshy part. This is for the grip, especially for help me in order to keep a better grip on my handle, because this part is simply with much more texture, and it will not slide. There is less chances that it slide in my hands. And the way I did roll it all around, you can observe that the middle is much thicker than the sides, in order to have something really ergonomic. What you can notice is that I pulled in this direction, the same direction that the handle is, the end of the strap, in order to avoid to have this part up or down in my finger or in my palms. The balance is really neat, see? It's still really vertical. and this is exactly what I wanted from it. I'm really glad with this shield, and you can really protect yourself behind it. And now that there is an handle, a proper handle on the shield, I can tell you that I'm very satisfied with it. Because of its balance, because of the way you can maneuver all around it, the way it can protect you, I'm very glad and so far very satisfied with this shield. Well, more details when I will be able to use it, but so far, so good. The last part will be to sew on the shield those two straps or rawhide, one for each side of the shield, and at the top and the bottom I will add a little piece to simply protect the joint. For use this rawhide, I will have to pour it into hot water and then to shape it on the shield. Right after that, there will be all the stitch that I will have to do all around the shield. To finish the shield, you will now have to put the border on the edges. This border will be made out of rawhide, and in order to prepare everything, you have first to mark your plank. By marking the plank, or precisely the border here where there is fabric, you will have much more precision when you will have to drill holes all around the shield. This step is truly helpful when you want to have a distance that will be balanced between every single holes. First, you will use, once again, a compass like this in order to draw all around the shield the line that will follow the different holes that will be drilled. And then after you will have to check out for a distance, and once you decide, perhaps I don't know, like 1 inch, 1.5 inches, 4 centimeters, depends on you, depends on your metric system and your preferences. Even if otherwise, as I recommend, it's good to be able to switch from inches to centimeters when you need, sometimes pretty helpful. That being said, what you will do is to mark the different places for the holes, and then, well, it's simple, you just drill. A detail about the holes that you drill is that you have to remember that you have to pass through a needle and a thread. So it have to be large enough because it won't enlarge while you go through with the needle and the thread, like it could happen on fabric or even on leather. This is the needle I will use, and this needle is something that is built for leather. You have a triangular head there, and it's thick enough to go through the hole there without having too much chances to break, and also it will go through the rawhide. And the thread I'll use is like this. It's simply a linen that you can find in stores like hardware stores. This will be very useful in order to pull out of the hole and out of the rawhide. You will simply have a better grip and you will have much more strength, and also it will help you at first to go through the rawhide. You will have once again the help there for the grip, and you will be able to push through the first layer of rawhide, go into the hole and get through the second part of the rawhide, and right after you just have to pull it out, and you continue again and again and again and again. The rawhide is in a bucket, you see, in order to fill this bucket with hot water, and that will turn the rawhide into something a bit more flexible and will provide you with something that you can work on without any pain, because this is freaking hard. The shield is now over and ready. You will see in it the line that have been carved in it in order to look like planks. By doing so, you will simply follow the line with the wood lines there. They have been horizontal, but it could be also vertical. Just depend on the plank and where you cut it in the plywood. The leather on the handle have been glued in order to stick to the handle itself. That way it won't roll all around it, which will give you a better grip, which was the point by adding the leather. You will perhaps notice that I stitched there a second layer of rawhide in order to make it stronger, to make this part stronger, because this is the bottom or the top, and well, this is the place where I will simply let it rest. Also, this could have much more impact if you hit with the bottom, which is something that happened really few times, but same goes at the top. There is a second layer of rawhide that is here to prevent the breaking of the shield at the top, because there is the place where it joins the left and the right side of the rawhide. So it will just help to hold together everything, and I'm very satisfied so far by this shield. I'm satisfied by the look once it's over, and also satisfied by the whole shape. It's covering enough of the body. Even when resting on you, it covers a lot. It's thin enough at the top to let you see behind it, even when you push it forward like I do there. You can still see, and I can easily prevent my face from being hit, and I can easily move around the shield without letting you see much. So yes, I'm satisfied by this design. I will now have to see how heavy that thing will be, just by measuring the weight and also by trying it in a fight. So I'll just have to check with some comrade, and you will see this in another video. See you.